Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the Bitcoin price, how it popped up. It's at 30,000, a little bit over that. Really nice price, great time to jump in and set up a GPU or ASIC mining farm. We're showing you guys around our farm. It's being finished here. We have one client that's going to be installing 250 miners, or hosting 250, and then another 250 will be coming online in the next couple of weeks as well. So it's about 500 with that client. But today's video, we're going to be talking about Bitcoin price. So if you think that's interesting, hit like on this video, subscribe to the channel, and go to cryptollc.org if you want to set up a GPU or ASIC mining farm. You see this farm here, we have 2.2 megawatts. It's being finished. We finished wiring the copper to this container over here. We're waiting for a couple of more parts coming in, then finish copper for that container, and then this one. And we have the internet here. That has been finished a couple of days ago. Got Comcast internet, business internet here. That's done. And basically we're waiting for a couple of parts coming in. We should finish up this farm in about 2 weeks and launch those initial 250 miners. So if you want to set up something like that for yourself, we offer that service to basically any state in the United States, also any country. So it could be out of the United States. We set up farms from the ground up. This farm used to be just a bunch of grass and weeds, and now you see gravel, containers, electricity being set up, transformer, and everything else. So if you want to set up something similar, go to cryptollc.org. So back to the video. Oh, before we get started, Bitcoin saves your wealth and Jesus Christ saves your soul. All right, so in today's video, talking about Bitcoin price. If you guys are paying attention to the price, about a couple months ago, it passed 20K. As you recall, it was like at 17, 18, it's pretty low. And some people were thinking, okay, it might go lower, it might go to like 15, you know, maybe 14, somewhere around there, and then it'll pop back up. But that didn't happen. It basically stayed at about 17, 18, and then it slowly crept up, went up to 20, past 20, then went 21, 22, 23, stayed around there, 4, 5, 6, 7, then stayed at 28 for some time. And now, as of yesterday, and today's April 11th, as of yesterday, it has popped up past 30. So at 30, this is the point where we think that the price should not come down. It should stay pretty much at 30, because 30 is a decent price for Bitcoin. You know, anything less than 30 is a really good deal on Bitcoin. So past 30, you're looking at a decent price. It's not high yet, but it is decent. And if you're looking to set up a farm right now, it's probably the last chance you have to set up an ASIC farm, because once Bitcoin goes to 40, 50, then setting up a farm is going to be a lot more expensive. The miners are going to be double in price. It's going to be harder to get miners. Also, they'll be more expensive. It's going to be harder to get transformers and gear and all that stuff. You want to set up a farm for yourself. It's just going to, lead times are going to increase. So if you want to avoid that, right now is the best time to jump in. Again, it's above 30. So why did it go above 30? Now, by the way, what I'm going to be doing in this video, I'm going to be walking around, showing you guys our farm, how we're working on it, and just talking about the Bitcoin price, all right? So why did it go past 30, right? Why did it even go up there? Because it was basically below 20 for some time. You know, it was below 20, then it went up to past 20 a little bit, then it went higher and higher and higher, and about out to 25, 26, 27, 28. Why did that happen? Now, if you guys were paying attention to the news, you probably would have heard about the FTX scandal, right? That guy was running some Ponzi scheme. It looked like he was borrowing money, and he was borrowing against the Bitcoins. That's what it most likely will come out to be once they do the whole entire proceeding in court and all that. Most likely that's what he was doing, and that caused the price of Bitcoin to drop, because a lot of people just wanted to pull out their money, pull out their cash. Maybe they're covering their shorts or their longs or whatever was happening. They had to pull out some of their cash. That's our personal opinion here at Crypto LLC. They're pulling out their cash to make themselves whole, right? So that caused the price of Bitcoin to drop. But then what happened was, in a short time after that whole FTX, some of the banks in Silicon Valley collapsed, because they are basically Ponzi scheme banks. The Silicon Valley Bank, and then the Credit Suisse in Switzerland, I think it is located. That is a Ponzi scheme bank. Basically, a lot of Western banks are just Ponzi scheme banks, right? They don't actually have any assets. They don't have any money. They're running a Ponzi scheme. What happened with that was when people started realizing that, hey, the money I hold, the dollars I hold, that the dollar itself is a Ponzi scheme, right? Then they're like, okay, well, what can I buy that's not? What can I buy that no one can print? What can I buy that no one can steal? What can I buy that no one can take? What can I buy that no one can stop me from using? What can I buy that no one can show up at my house and just take it away from me? What is that thing that I can buy? And that's Bitcoin. So that's where Bitcoin comes in. As that whole FTX scandal happened, as the banks, some of the banks collapsed, as the inflation rate is very high for the U.S. economy, right? Food going up, gas going up, housing's a total ripoff. You know, you're getting like a piece of garbage house for like $800,000. You're buying garbage. You know, if you want a decent city, the house you're getting is an absolute junk, and it costs like $800,000. So you have an economy that's overheated. Inflation's very high. The dollar is becoming less and less valuable, right? It's losing its valuability. People started turning to Bitcoin. And as they were turning to Bitcoin, you see that reflected in the price. Bitcoin is now at 30K. Our personal opinion here is that 30K is probably the bottom for Bitcoin. You know, it might come back down to 28 and then go back up to 30. That's what we think here at Crypto LLC. We do not think it's going to go any less than that. It'll probably hover around at 30 for some time. Give you that last opportunity if you want to set up a farm. And then after that, 30K will probably be the bottom for Bitcoin. It won't go less than 30K. It'll stay at 30, and it'll just kind of maybe slowly creep up and keep going from there. As you see, we have our internet here set up. Got our custom modem. We're getting rid of our standard Comcast, modem, because it doesn't run on 240. We need the modem to run on 240. So we got our Netgear 1200 model modem, and we got our router here. So once this container is going to be finished all the way, we still have some more welding to do with the rebar. Still got to cut out some holes here, finish the welding. Should be done today. Once the welding is done, we paint it, all the rebar, all that's done. We can start closing up this container here. And yeah, clean up the mess. A lot of pieces of metal and bits and stuff like that you see here. Drilling out these holes, nice round holes for the pipes coming in. So it's like a mess, but everything should be ready in about 2 weeks, 2-3 weeks. It should be ready. Miners will be arriving in about 2-3 weeks as well, and should be ready to roll here. So if you're interested in building a farm like this, you have nothing. Let's say you have a piece of property, you just have farmland. You don't have anything there. You want to use the cheap electricity and the availability of electricity there. Let's say you have 10 megawatts. We can set up a farm for you, something similar to this one. We can set up hydro farms, regular air farm. We can go with lolminer or bitmain, whatever you want to do. We can set that up at your location. We also sell miners, GPUs and ASICs. So either way, you want to go for GPUs or ASICs, we have that. We have the best pricing as well. So go to cryptollc.org. So yeah, best time to jump in. Could be the last opportunity. If Bitcoin keeps going up, like from 30K, who knows, right? If FOMO sets in, people could start panic buying it. Thinking that it might go even higher really, really fast, and they might get scared and they want to jump in immediately. Bitcoin can jump from 30K to 40K in a week. That's very easy for Bitcoin to do. Our opinion here at Crypto LLC that it probably won't happen like that. It'll be just like a slow grind. So it'll go from 30, slowly to 40, and then slowly to 50, and so on. But who knows? So that's the risk you got to take. If you wanna set up a farm, and you want to go a little bit slower, you're risking the the chance that as you start building out the farm, the miners you're buying will become more and more expensive. Now, to give you an idea of how expensive I'm talking here, when Bitcoin in 2020, when Bitcoin was at, I think it's 2020, maybe it was 2021, when Bitcoin was at 66,000, right? 60,000, 65, 66,000. To get an S19 Pro, 110 terahash, it costs $10,000 to get them delivered in a week. So you buy them and they show up in a week, each miner is 10,000. That's crazy, right? It's a crazy price. But that's what it was back then because the profitability was so high. And if you wanted to build a farm back then, it'll cost you like multiple times more than building a farm right now. Those same S19 Pros, 110 terahash, brand new when they first came out, they were $2,000. So $2,000 for a brand new miner, $10,000 when Bitcoin was 66,000. So 5x. So do you want to pay 5x for a miner? You know, I don't think so. I wouldn't want to pay 5x for a miner. So the best time to jump in is when Bitcoin is not high. When Bitcoin is low, that's the absolute best time to jump in, like very low. When Bitcoin was 18,000 was basically your top opportunity. But also when Bitcoin is moderately priced. Right now it's moderately priced. 30K is not high. That's not high. So you're still pretty good on that. You can still get decent miners for a decent price. But if it ever goes up to like 50, 60, 70, you know, you're going to be paying 3, 4, 5x the price for the miner. Well, that's going to be it for this video. Hope you guys like it. Go to cryptollc.org if you want to set up a farm. We can set you up a farm, a GPU or ASIC mining farm. And if you have a preference for what's miner or bitmain or maybe GPUs, doesn't matter to us. We set up any of those farms for you. So go to cryptollc.org. That's going to be it for this video. Hope you guys like it. Bye.